Hi, today I'm going to show you the Dazzling watercolor technique. You can see on this card when I turn it in the light that it's watercolored and dazzling. This is one of the 3 cards in my Stamp of the Month Club series for October. I chose the Watercolor Winter stamp set, and so when you join my Stamp of the Month Club each month you get a new clear matte stamp set and also 3 completely hand stamped and finished cards for your inspiration. Here's a pocket card. And then the holly card and the poinsettia card. So today I'm going to show you that dazzling watercolor technique on the poinsettia card. We're going to start with some basic heat embossing. We're using the new Early Espresso embossing powder from the holiday catalog, and we're using the Versamark ink pad. So if you've never embossed before, this is the basic technique. You stamp with the Versamark on your cardstock, and then you put on the embossing powder. We have embossing powder in different colors, such as gold, silver, cherry cobbler, tempting turquoise, and the Early Espresso and gumball green are in the holiday catalog. They're brand new. So you're going to just funnel that powder back into the jar to use again next time. And then you use the heat tool. Our new heat tool has 2 different settings, and you'll heat emboss that and heat it so that it melts. And there's the Magic of TV finished embossed flower. And then we're going to do the dazzling watercolor technique, and we're going to use just a clear matte block, the Dazzling Details glitter glue, and an ink pad. This is the cherry cobbler ink pad, and I'm going to tap the clear block onto the ink pad to transfer some of the ink, and then use the Dazzling Details and squirt some on top. And then you can use a watercolor brush, or I've got an old blender pen that I'm using, and I'm just going to blend or mix up the ink with the Dazzling Details. And then use the blender pen to paint the mixture onto the cardstock. And I love that you can add different shades. You know, you just kind of go back over it, so you can have it be as light or as dark as you like. And you certainly could stamp or color with a marker and then put Dazzling Details straight over it, but I really like the subtle sparkle in this technique and the watercolored look that you get by using the blender pen. And then when it's all dry, you're going to cut it out and add just a little bit more detail with the new Dazzle marker. Actually, before we do that, you can use a baby wipe or just a wet paper towel and just wipe all that ink and Dazzling Details right off, and so you're ready to use that again for another clear matte stamping project. So I went back with the gold Dazzle marker. We also have these in silver, and they are so smooth and nice to write onto dark cardstock. There's a piece of cherry cobbler. So you can see you get that metallic look, and it shows up really nicely in the dark cardstock. And so I just used this to add some dots in the center of the poinsettia there. So I did 2 of these, and then I cut them out and I added them with Stampin' Dimensionals onto the card. And one other detail to point out, I used the label framelits to cut the hole in this frame here, and then I took the Dazzling Details glitter glue again, and I just applied a thin line all the way around the frame to add a little more sparkle to the card. So pretty, even prettier in person. It's kind of hard to tell on camera, but the dazzling detail really makes a big difference. So that's it. I hope you'll try this technique at home. Thanks for watching.